But the forensic expert had interacted yesterday when I had been to the place to express my solidarity. They say the postmortem report indicates this sort of injury could not have happened only by one single individual. There must be multiple action by multiple persons. Postmortem of the person. Therefore, this requires the investigation. I dispute. Because they will definitely. I will, as I said, I will file an exhaustive, detailed report as far as the entire investigation is concerned. But what they say is, prima facie opinion is that this assault could not have been committed by a single person. That is not correct. Because I am saying, my humble submission is that I have taken specific instruction on that. That when it is a case of multiple, the nature of injuries would be slightly different. I don't want to say all this in open court right now, but in the report I shall give it. Because if your lordship I shall file
with the deepest of humility,
experts will not, they have categorically made this statement. A forensic expert engaged in government service. Who they are, yes, he wants to get the name, I'll get the name.
No, don't tell the name.
It's not necessary. But prima facie, it is a case where the parents also feel that this couldn't have been done by a person who intended to only commit rape. The others must be involved, and that requires investigation. And this investigation.
The parents are here before court. Yeah, we have granted leave to.
Yes, I am appealing for that.
May
I say this? Will not be the parents, whether the injuries, with their permission. The postmortem, with their permission, the postmortem was done. They were informed. They made a request. The request was kept at a lady doctor Shri there. That was whatever, but I repeat and reiterate, whatever was the request of the family, that was immediately complied with. In fact, even the inquest and everything, it took us some time because we had to get a judicial officer. So everything, I shall give it to your lordship sequentially, the entire thing in the report. Why? There is nothing to hide. I am carrying out an extremely transparent investigation, and I shall bring that out. I myself volunteer to.
It's not a private dispute. So.
Yes,
I am
only one thing. I would beg to dispute. I would beg to dispute with the submissions as has been advanced by Mr. Banerjee. I have annexed newspaper article in page number. Yes. And the video evidence are also there. I can produce it before the court. The family members were not made allowed after the body was taken away. The family members absolutely had no idea. The body was made to go to the hospital.
The parents are before court.
Yes.
You can't be canvassing a case for them. It is up to them.
Yes.
With your lordship's kind leave, my lord, insofar as item 2 is concerned, my lord, but I am grateful, my lord, that the parents have gathered courage and finally are before, my lord, the Honorable Court of Law, my lord. That will be the lead case. My lord, to kindly appreciate only one aspect, my lord. Insofar as the state is concerned, they are justifying about the investigation which has been undertaken. But my lord, the state in which the body of the victim was found, my lord, it was bleeding, my lord. Blood was coming out from the eyes, from the mouth, from the genital area, my lord. Bedding, my lord, that was soaked with blood, and she was in a half-naked condition. But my lord, this most striking aspect is, my lord, the state registered a UD case, an unnatural death case, that is a case of suicide. So, my lord, this casts a reasonable apprehension about the conduct of the state, my lord. But I am grateful, my lord, to a few young doctors, my lord, who have taken the pain and made this flow chart. This will explain in detail, Mr. Banerjee. It is a flow chart that we will be relying upon.
WhatsApp group.
No, WhatsApp. So, my lord, this is exactly the sequence of events which followed, my lord. And now, my lord, there are statements coming that there is no objection if the case is transferred to the CBI, but that will require time till Sunday. So, my lord, a particular person who is a civic volunteer, there are orders of the Honorable Court, my lord, as well as memos, that civic volunteers cannot even roam in isolation when the police, unless accompanied by police personnel. Despite that, a civic volunteer, my lord, now he has surfaced it is being stated that it is the case of one man. But there is an inquest report which is doing round in the social media, a part of which has been pleaded, my lord. It requires superhuman capability, my lord, to inflict such type of injury within a period of 30 to 40 minutes, my lord, on the person of the victim, my lord. It is not possible, my lord, for a single person, my lord, to inflict so much of pain and so much of wounds, my lord, on a poor, my lord, helpless victim, my lord, who has lost her life. And, my lord, there are statements, my lord, from the ruling dispensation, my lord, this is not political, this is all on the media, that ideally the civic volunteer should be encountered. There should be an encounter. But there is every apprehension, my lord, that with the passing days, it is basically the valuable evidence which is being, my lord, destroyed. With every passing day, the conduct of the police, my lord, is also suspect, my lord. First of all, my lord, the very act of registration of an unnatural death case is enough to cast apprehension, my lord. I am extremely grateful, my lord, to Mr. Bhattacharya's clients, my lord, that they have gathered courage. They have, my lord, come up before the Honorable Court of Law. They were not, my lord, they were, my lord,
In this flow chart, of course, there is no
my lord,
signature to it anyway.
my lord,
On the middle of it, you'd say,
my lord,
first attempt to cover up by police administration is postmortem.
yes,
Suicide declared by police.
yes,
Victim blaming done by principal.
yes.
Reason given psychosis.
Yes, my lord. That is what, my lord, the students are saying, that these are the sequence of events. This is what transpired. Mr. Bhattacharya will be in a better position to explain, to clarify to the Honorable Court, my lord.
Due to protest, this does not work.
Yes,
Then postmortem and first line of investigation.
yes, my lord.
Rape and murder declared by the Commissioner of Police.
Yes,
After 36 hours,
yes,
one person has been apprehended.
yes, my lord. A particular civic volunteer. And the civic volunteer is making statements immediately that yes, hang me. I do not mind. And there are statements that yes, he should be killed by way of an encounter.
I mean, I have already annexed one document.
Please, just
Page of real. From that, the injury is apparent. Item number 4. একটা ভালো লাগে যেটা কমপ্লিট করো এখানে তো পরামর্শ নেই
But is it a reason that at the first instance they said the cause of death was suicide?
that was not said by the police.
You can use the mics.
That was not said by the police. Because the police would not say anything till an investigation happens.
Or the hospital administration.
Somebody may have said, who has said it, we do not know. But I've also heard this part. But who has spread this information? That is, police has not. I have spoken to every. This is from the parents. First at 10:35 a.m., a telephone call came. Are you the parents of such and such? He replied, yes. What happened? Your daughter is ill. Come sharp. The father requested, what nature of the illness? Please tell us. So, no, we can't say anything. Please come sharp. Then subsequently another call 10-15 minutes after that your daughter has committed suicide. Well, they were preparing to rush to the hospital. Suicide? Who are you? I am one ASC, something like that. But the doctors will tell you better what had happened. And then they rushed to the hospital. They were kept sitting 3 hours far from the dead body. Police asked them, you sit here. And then after 3 hours, the parents were taken to the dead body. And so long they were telling that she has committed suicide. The parents were really surprised that she is a normal person. She went there for duty. How could it happen? Then ultimately they found that the body, when it was little bit uncovered for identification, bears huge injury from their own estimation of a normal person.
So the parents were allowed to see the
Yes.
after
3 hours. Then all these things police followed, and in the meantime police had requested them over the telephonic message. This is the request from the top of the executive. Get the matter settled. Don't talk to others on this issue. But when we don't identify and say X, Y, Z responsible. No. The Chief Minister herself has said it will be transferred to CBI after 10 days or 7 days. Now, these 7 days is utilized as a hunch. Yes. But we have experienced that in case of cheat fund matter, that the special investigation team chairman who was the commissioner of police, he was utilized to destroy the evidence. When the matter was transferred to CBI by the Supreme Court, CBI made him accused that he had destroyed the evidence. Therefore, experience which tells us to tell before the court that this time might be utilized for the purpose of wiping out the evidence. Therefore, CBI should be directed to take up investigation here and now.
Yes.
Monitoring by and let them also assist the CBI authorities if they are so sincere.
If it is a fact that the administration initially, somebody called the parent and said it is a case of, first it's a case of sickness, second it's a case of suicide. Then there is a miss somewhere.
May I say this? Has my learned friend's client ever disclosed from which number they have got the calls? I am beseeching my learned friend to kindly give it. We shall.
Right, we'll keep it.
No, wait.
I will take call from police.
No. You have received 2 phone calls that was just submitted. So please give us this phone call numbers.
How could it be? If parents are in such a situation, they will record the phone number.
No, phone number in the phone, you will get it.
But in view of registration of Tala police station case, UT case number 161, my lord, I understand, my lord, the phone number will not be relevant because it is on record, my lord, that the police registered a case of suicide. It was an UT case, but a natural death case which was registered.
May I answer everything one by one?
So is it a fact, sir?
May I say this? Milord, what happens? When an incident happens, any incident where death has happened, it is immediately a UD case because procedural things have to happen. Now, till such time a complaint is received on the basis of which a case gets started, a UD case is an unnatural death case.
Sir, it is not a case where suppose a convict prisoner is unwell in the correctional home. The hospital or the clinic in the correctional home is not able to treat him. He is shifted to a hospital. There he collapses or he is no more. Then the family says some hanky-panky has happened, therefore it's a case of suspicion, that is different. But this person is part of the system, sir. So should not the administration show some remorse?
No.
If it is a fact that the parents were kept waiting for 3 hours.
Let me, this is, these are statements.
No, do not be fair to the entire issue, sir. Let us be fair.
Yes.
No, it's a doctor who spent her life working for the...
Absolutely, Milord. I am saying this. But, Milord, these incidents, I can only, make submissions on facts which are pleaded in the petition. No, I can come with, Milord, this petition, I have not been...
know the facts, sir. Suppose you don't tell the truth, then what to do? Probably we will have to put them in the box, ask them to...
That's why I am saying, Lord, this submission is made. Give me the shortest time, Lord, I shall come with a report.
If
this is true, that is subject to it being
3 hours, the parents have been asked to come.
Yes.
And they were being informed that it is a case of suicide. Then administration has not been with them.
No, may I make this submission? May you kindly
cannot treat the deceased as if it was a patient or a person who has been brought from a correctional home for treatment. There should be more little bit sensitivity to this issue, sir.
A known person, but he is not being blood started, but it is a settled law. But it is an unidentified person. Then there is only to suit. Then there is
May I say, this is not correct.
how the unique has been started? This is the first question. Second question is this, Lord. The postmortem which we are talking about. And all that the girl has subject to that. If that is so, what steps they have taken that identified was waiting? Because he's a hater of past president and not saying that.
Absolutely. I agree with my learned friend. Absolutely. So we have to look at these phone numbers to find out who has made this call. I'm not for a moment. Again, Milord, I say this. I am not taking this matter as adversarial. I am saying that give us, Milord, may I say this?
Suppose these doctors are made parties, and if suppose somebody comes with an affidavit saying that the principal said it was a case of psychosis, he blamed the victim, then it's a very serious matter.
No, there's a principle. Then Milord, I am
become oath against oath. Let the former principal file an affidavit. They will file an affidavit.
fine. I'm not stopping that. I'm not saying that. But these I am only.
By now, a statement should have been recorded from the principal. What did he say? Somebody in the administration, the ward boys, how many?
Everything. There are more than 35 statements recorded. Yes, but today, if your lordship gives me an opportunity, I shall give everything before your lordship. Lordship, give me the shortest time what I'm saying.
Only a very short thing, my lord. At the
I am not trying to accept everything. 35, more than 35, 40 statements have been recorded.
My lord,
But not
all such
Principal resigned from this institute. In the morning says I'm resigning for the government servants. In the evening he's appointed principal at another adjacent medical college.
We are here, Milord, on the gruesome incident that has happened and the investigation. My lord would kindly
And the attending circumstances.
Yes.
Milord, that is why.
In the incident, the investigation and the attending circumstances. So suppose if he has stepped down, owing moral responsibility, etc. So it is rather surprising that he should be rewarded within less than 12 hours.
I will take and come back to your lordship.
But especially
only one thing, my lord, that
may I say this? Today, Milord, when these statements are made, I have to take instruction on various things.
you please take.
I have to take on and I'll come back.
All right. In the meantime, because the parents are before court, there is an apprehension that if time lost, there is chances of something getting derailed. How do you ensure that doesn't happen?
I am coming to your lordship within 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, your lordship, I will come to you. Whatever time I take, I will be ready. That is the earliest I can come. I am trying to expedite matters as fast as possible. Your lordship, give me 24 hours. I don't think I'm being very unreasonable. Tomorrow morning, objections and exhaustive report, which will also deal with the submissions made from the bar, which were not in the petitions, because there are a lot of things which are not. And petitions have been.
May I only just point out one thing? All these vehement objections are coming from the part of the state. It was at the very outset that had come from the highest authority of the state that it should be immediately transferred to the CBI. Now she comes up with a statement saying that after 7 days. So, this is absolutely suspicious. Within this 7 days, evidence would be wiped out. I have annexed a newspaper article with this, which says, page number 21 of my application, no objection to CBI probe, says the highest authority of the state on the very next day. Now, she comes up with a statement after 7 days. So, this 7 days is very crucial for wiping out the evidence. That is where, at the very outset, we think, that there should have been an interim order. The state would not have objected to the same, that the court is granting CBI. State should not have objected since the statement is coming from the highest authority of the state. Now the state is coming with a very different stand. Kindly sees this creates a cloud of suspicion over the entire state of affairs. Would kindly appreciate this.
My lord, may I beseech your lordship kindly, tomorrow morning, your lordship sees if every allegation that is made today, I can't tell you if it's fresh allegations made tomorrow from the bar, but as of now, whatever allegations have been made, I shall deal with everything in a report by tomorrow morning 10:30 before your lordship.
My lord, I have twofold objection. First objection is that the case diary is the heart of the investigation. These reports are of no consequence. Let them produce the case diary before your lordship at 2 o'clock today. And the last matter which was transferred to the CBI in 2022 with regard to the rape and murder of a victim, where her body was burned before it was sent for postmortem, was argued by me. But in the morning I took leave, 2 o'clock it was kept.
And Marat, at 8 o'clock, the investigation was transferred to CBI. Yes, it has been annexed by the
Part of an annexure in our petition.
because I had argued that matter. Marat, I had brought about the scientific evidence which is there. And be rest assured, Marat, 10 years from now, because I have argued Kamduni, in which the acquittals took place. This case will go just the Kamduni way. The accused will be acquitted. And I will show it to your lordship how he will be acquitted. Because this very commissioner of police was the inspector general of the CID when Kamduni murder took place. It is due to his blotting up of the entire case that today Kamduni has failed. I was a defense counsel. I defended them. But today when I appear for the victim, this person has now been rewarded by being made a CP. This person should be put on compulsory waiting. He is the person who is responsible for the Kamduni rape and murder because he was the head of the investigation. He blotched it up completely. And the same thing he has done. What he has done, he has on the victim's body, he bought a scratch mark. In the Kamduni case, same thing happened. They bought a scratch mark on the victim. We argued, and this honorable court acquitted that person with a scratch mark. Same thing. Same modus operandi by this Vineet Goel. But he needs to go. He did its production at 2 o'clock. Let it come at 2 o'clock, but here it had transferred. Let it be at 2 o'clock. And let him produce the case diary.
Anybody from the police is there to instruct you?
Yes, there, sir.
The case diary is with them.
The case diary I can bring them. That's not issue. But if you want the report,
Why do we need a report? What report? Case diary is the heart of an investigation.
case diary is everything.
The case diary is a case diary.
Report,
I will show from the case diary what they have been up to.
which are being made, which is beyond the case diary. For that, we need to file a report. We'll keep it.
Absolutely no.
May I
Bring the case diary at 2 o'clock.
This way it cannot happen. But I am saying, there are submissions which have been made with regard to the 3 hour. Those things may not be in the case diary. For that, you also will call for a report.
That is correct. But then
and we can get them below. For morning, but I'm coming back 1 hour.
No. It's the crime scene. Ultimately, it's the crime scene.
Your Lordship tells me when Your Lordship will come. I am saying
Within half an hour?
I am
Let it be at 12 o'clock?
But I shall come with a detailed report, but I said that the earliest was tomorrow at 10:30. I shall come because
Why do you register a case of unnatural death?
I shall give it to you, Lordship. Why? The details I should give it.
The case diary is handed over to the court, that too. And that will.
And this is not the way the victim should have been dealt with, especially when the victim was a doctor in the very cell.
May I take instructions?
And does the principle require, advice on all these things? I should handle medical legal cases.
This is the same principle who during COVID-19 was held responsible for ventilators being there was a huge scam with regard to ventilators, and this person is the sole accused. Nothing was done. He was transferred within 48 hours. He was brought back. He was transferred to Murshidabad. Within 1 month, he was brought back. Last year in 2023, there was a massive ragging scandal in Maniktala RG Corps hostel. Everything was hushed up. He is so powerful, nobody can touch him. And this is all on record. 2023, any student who opposes this man is ragged in the hostel. And it is on record, but they will do nothing.
May I say one?